Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash. It's Serie A week 31, and these boys are absolutely on fire. They're known as the Madmen. They're known as Bonnie and Clyde. They're known as Tom and Jerry, but it's Alex and Tan. And when I put their records up, you see these boys are absolutely sizzling. And as is the show, as are you in the chat. So if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll notify you. You'll never miss any content again. And by the way, there is content nearly every single hour of every single day here on SBR. We've got today Serie A, Bundesliga and Premier League, and also NBA. We've got MLB. But next week, we've got midweek action. So we'll be bang going Monday morning. Let's go again. Now, if this is your first time in the chat, come in, say hello. Remember, ring the bell, press the thumb, and then that will tell us that you're really appreciative. Also, press the link in the description. That'll take you over to articles wrote by either Tan, by Alex, Martin. For every video we cover on SBR, will be accompanied by an article over there. And there's articles over there that are not even covered on video. So you need to make sure you do your homework, do your research, and you might just come out smelling of roses like my Italian friend Tan. Wipe that smile off your face. You are flying. The old coffee's kicking in early.
No. I didn't take coffee. That's water, and it's only water. Good. It's normal water.
He's missing the point. He's straight vodka, basically. Not.
I have to say that. Well, it was. Let's fly down. It was satisfying. It was a satisfying weekend. Sorry, what is ring the bell? I simply didn't understand. What is ring the bell?
There's a little bell that if you press it, basically it means.
Because you never said that, so.
Well, you understand it now. So you open up the conversation with I don't understand, and then when I go halfway through the explanation, you then say you understand.
Okay, perfect. Because you never mentioned, so I wasn't sure what.
I've never mentioned ring the bell.
But it was a good. Yeah, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. Yeah, it was a good. It was a good one. We had what we splashed on Parma, Milan, on Juventus, Genoa. This was this combo of goals and double chance, and then Atalanta that won, and the Spezia Crotone comeback. Mamma mia! In the last 5 minutes. I mean, if you believed, you had some satisfaction. If you didn't believe, let me laugh about you, mate.
He's like the cat that's got the cream, Alex.
Yeah, no, we are doing great in Serie A. What to say? In the last 3 weeks, we are on fire with Serie A, and the profit, you will see the profit that is getting better and better. The last weeks of the season are pretty good for finding the value, to be honest, and not like the beginning of the season. You know, the beginning of the season, it was rough a little bit. We took it at 30 units with a team. Now I think that we are at 20 and something, and we have I don't know how many of them we have.
Why don't you ask Esteban to stick up the record, and we'll have a little
Esteban,
look.
Please stick up the record, mates.
Stick it up the record.
There it is, at plus 35.6. But look at Alex, 6.76. Tancredi, I think that should be a minus. Obviously, it's not a minus. It's actually a plus. But if anyone knows Tan, then I don't know how it's a plus. Flash. I am the runt of the litter. Look at Parlay. But look, Tancredi and Parlay, they're like in bed. They're marriage made in heaven. Brilliant stuff, gentlemen. Plus 35.65.
Hey,
You've
Flash.
really milked Serie A this season.
Alexandru Ștefărescu is asking, an Englishman, a Romanian, and Italian walk into a bar. Please continue the sentence.
Yeah, and the Italian says, I'm going to the toilet. The Romanian says, oh, I've just got to take a phone call. Get the beers in, Englishman.
No. If it's about the three of us, it's the other way around, you know?
No. You always get, if you go into a bar and there's three of you, one always goes to the toilet, one says, I've just got to make a phone call, goes off here, and the Englishman's sitting there going, oh, I'll get the beers in then.
Okay, let me say, guys, and nobody take this as offensive or other thing. I'm just stating the facts, the reality are. If an Italian walks into a bar, the first thing he does is scanning where, if there are girls, where they are sitting, and if he likes them. That's the first.
And you sit as far away as possible.
That's the English opinion.
I will tell you the Romanian. He sees that one girl, he goes next to her, and he orders the beers there on that table. He doesn't scan everything, you know.
No, the Italian wants to understand the situation first.
Okay, let's kick
go
on.
all in.
Let's kick on, boys. I want winners, I want value, so does everyone in the chat. Okay, here we go. Crotone, Alex, at plus 315, draw plus 265, and Udinese at minus 105. I just felt that Udinese had the class, but Crotone score goals, home or away. They could shock them here. I think maybe goals are on the card.
Poor Crotone, mate. Poor Crotone. Even when they are winning, against Spezia last week, Spezia came back with 2 goals in the 88th, 89th, and 92nd minute to win it. Poor Crotone. They played a good football, and like usual, with the 2 mistakes, they conceded 2 goals. I don't know what to expect here. Udinese, we said that they are very comfortable there at the middle of the table. They know that they cannot go down. They know that they cannot go up playing in the European competitions. They lost the last 3 matches. Okay, let's say that they lost the last 3 matches against Lazio, Atalanta, and most of all Torino, who are fighting for their lives there down in the table. Yeah, I think that both teams to score is a pretty good bet here at 1.7. So let's not complicate it,
Yeah, minus 135. Don't complicate it, Tan. Are you seeing both teams scoring here?
I will try to be shorter this week, except for the...
If you get any shorter, you'll be like one of the dwarfs.
Yeah, the one that gets everywhere... And
here we go, back into the bar again and scaring the ladies off so that when they leave the table, we've got somewhere to sit.
A pain. I will try to be short except the big games, although Matt Mary, I have to thank him because he's saying Tan is flying like Jürgen Klinsmann. Mamma mia, Jürgen, of course. Crotone Udinese, here I just see the Alex Classic, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. Why? Crotone, they know already they are in Serie B, basically. But at least they are up there and fighting. So that has not to be underestimated, in spite of that comeback they considered. But Udinese, strangely, are coming from 3rd or 4th defeats in a row. Very unusual. It's not like they are in an uncomfortable area because they are safe and sound. But this has pushed the club to ask Udinese to ask the squad to go on... how do you say in English? Well, basically to close down in training camp for 1 week. So they will be all motivated and pumped to have an answer after losing the last 4 games. And so Udinese will be up there wanting to win the game. Crotone for the pride. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. Alex Classic.
Yeah, I like that. Alex, I'm going to go to Tam first for the next game. So if you can answer Mitch and find out which game that Daniele Ossato is going to be refereeing.
They announced already the referees for Serie A this weekend?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, so if you could just look, that would be great.
I'll let you know in the next round. I'll let you know in the next round.
Alex can do it, don't worry. Tan, Sampdoria plus 155, draw plus 235, Verona plus 180. This is a toss of the coin for me. You get Sampdoria in the right mood. They score. Verona, organised, have a bit of quality about them. And they also have a discipline that they will wait.
So toss of the coin that very hard to predict because the way Verona went down with Lazio was unexpected. Unexpected, especially they didn't find the goal. At the same time, Sampdoria played decently against Napoli, but they were lacking converting consistency. And they might miss Quagliarella in this game because he left the pitch with a muscular injury and it's not clear if he will be back. And whether if he will be back, anyway, he won't be totally fit. So I believe Sampdoria will be a bit more careful, also because Verona can play at a higher pace than them. So I believe in a slower start for this game. That's why I go with draw at the halftime.
Draw at the halftime. You just never know with Sampdoria, Alex.
This is one of them with under 2.5, in my opinion. Both of them not looking precisely sharp lately. Yeah, let's not look at the last two games between them, 2-1 to 1. Let's look a little bit at their form, their last games. You know, I think that Tan is making a good point with the halftime draw. We might see even a full-time draw. Yeah. Maybe a draw with goals there, 1-1 final time, but I don't want to go in that. So I think that the under 2.5 at 1.9 makes a good bet here.
Okay, and Daniele Osato is Atalanta versus Juventus, Mitch. So obviously that's where you want to be going for your cards. Alex, Sassuolo plus 145, draw plus 220, Fiorentina up plus 205. Now, I want to get involved in this game. I'm fancying it's the Alex Classic. I've not pressed the button. I've not put it on my official picks, but I will be taking guidance from my two angels.
Sassuolo, Fiorentina. Sassuolo, weird for them to keep a clean sheet in the last match against Benevento. I watched the match. Benevento were very, very poor. So I don't really understand, but I still don't understand why Sassuolo kept a clean sheet, because they normally concede a lot of goals. On the other side, Fiorentina are playing well lately, despite losing 3-2 against Atalanta or 3-2 against Milan. They are going to play their best football. So in my opinion, we will see a game with goals, 1.77. And to be honest, I think that a double chance on Fiorentina here, it's good for a parlay bet. I don't see Sassuolo playing the same without Berardi, Caputo, De Frel. Okay, they won against Benevento. They had around 75% possession. They created a lot of opportunities, but they were not clinical at all. It looks like they miss their best players in front of the net there. So I think that Fiorentina might take something from this. Maybe a Fiorentina with draw no bet, but
yeah,
definitely
there you go.
Definitely an over 2.5 goals at 1.77.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I think you could probably have two bets, and I think both teams score. So I think maybe around the minus 130. That means you get for one shekel, you're going to win 70 or 0.70. So maybe put the 0.70 on Fiorentina, draw no bet, as a bet to nothing. What do you think, Tan?
It's not part of my top 5 picks, but I do have a pick. But to be honest, I go with under 2.5 goals, because Sassuolo are going to miss Caputo again, and probably also Berardi. We saw against Benevento that anyway, this up-front line is not so effective like the starting 11 line. Boga is still not at the level as he was before. Raspadori is very young, very promising, but still has to learn. And Fiorentina, we know that it's hard for them to score outside Vlahovic, and they adjust. If they find someone like Atalanta that play wide, play open, yeah, they can find space for scoring. Otherwise, for them, it's very hard to create chances. So I go with under 2.5 goals.
Okay, then let's move on, because we've got Cagliari, Tan, at plus 125, draw plus 250, and Parma at plus 235. I think, again, maybe both teams score, but trying to pick a winner in this game does look a bit like a lottery.
If they would be housewives, Cagliari and Parma, you know how you would call them? Desperate housewives, because that's what they are at the moment. Flash, I gave you an assist. Like
I didn't want to ruin your punchline.
I was your Matt Letizier, and
listen,
you didn't put that goal.
As far as comedians go, you make a top-class DJ.
I gave this bending assist, and you behaved like just a whatever Premier League player, like, I don't know, Gordon Watson. I don't know. Really. You can score only from afar, not the easy one. Anyway, this very desperate
game. This is the beauty.
It's a beautiful game.
That's
a beautiful game. Desperate housewives, desperate Cagliari in Parma, third from the bottom, second from the bottom. Parma are almost done. Cagliari are almost done. Definitely If there is a draw here, they both are done. Who's losing here is completely done. Who is winning got still a little hope. So this is telling you simply how a desperate game this is going to be. So nothing else than picking the Alex Classic over 2.5 goals and both teams to score.
Okay, will it be feisty though, Alex? And we're looking at cards.
Probably, yeah, but I think that's a good way to go. Cards, corners, desperation, even a red card, maybe a penalty. I'm not complicating it. I'm not going for the Alex Classic. I'm just going for the over 2.5 goals at even money. They're at 2.0. This is a do or die for both teams. So who will win from this one might have a chance. Why I'm saying that might have a chance? Because not about Torino. I'm not even touching Torino. Torino will play in Serie A next season. I'm touching on Benevento here. Benevento, if one of Cagliari versus Parma will win this one, Benevento might be a good value bet to relegate this season. Why I'm saying that? Because at the end of the season is very bad for Benevento. The schedule against Lazio, against Genoa away, against Udinese, AC Milan, and so on. Even against Cagliari, because after that they have a double header with Cagliari, a 6-pointer with Cagliari. So I think that this game is very, very important for Parma and Cagliari, and we will see a lot of blood going on. Big time match. The match of the round, in my opinion, in Serie A, despite being at the relegation zone there. Over
no settling for the draw. The draw doesn't do any of them favours, so they're going to have to keep going for the full 93, 94 minutes. I mean, cards are definitely on the card. Okay, let's move on. Alex, Milan minus 210, draw plus 355, and Genoa at plus 600. I think this could be a drab first half, Alex.
We said about Milan lately that they don't have gas, they are not playing good. And look, 3-2 against Fiorentina, 3-1 against Parma. We gave that extra to Parma. They might pull off the upset against AC Milan. They didn't. AC Milan came back strong and won that game after drawing with Sampdoria there. On the other side, Genoa looking good at home, but on the road, I don't trust them at all. So probably if you want to go with something in this one, probably a low-scoring match in general. Milan to win and under 4.5 should be the take here at 1.8.
Well, that's not bad, that. Not bad at all. Minus 125 for Milan.
Not playing.
I'm happy with you going under. I've gone with a draw at half-time, Tan.
No, I'm going with Milan doing since the very beginning. Okay, so Ibrahimovic won't be there. And this in some way is responsibilizing. Does it make any sense? Does word exist?
Making him responsible. Yeah, making him responsible.
Flash, do exist the word responsibilizing in English?
Compromising.
No. Making someone responsible when the other person is not playing,
giving
them the responsibility.
Giving
yes. Okay. Compromise.
Okay, it's not an English lesson. This is a Serie A show. Come on, gentlemen.
Ok, allora lo dirò in italiano perché il Milan potrebbe vincere.
Your English is perfect, Tan.
So
if you're drunk, if you're a drunk Englishman, your English is perfect.
Oh no, when you are drunk is the best way to start to learn a language. I don't know from where, but that's I think that many researchers says anyway. Because missing Ibrahimovic is making feel a higher commitment from the rest of the team. They know that they have to give it more. They know that they are more responsible. There won't be Ibra solving their problems. And I believe that this will give them the right mindset since the very beginning. It's not like it will be easy, because I think that Milan won't win largely and will struggle along the game. But in my opinion, will be ahead since the very beginning. That's why I go with Milan to be ahead, half-time, full-time.
Wow, half-time, full-time. Okay. I'm going to go with this being the best game of the weekend, though, Tan, because it's Atalanta plus 150, draw plus 275, and Juve a massive plus 190. Goals has got to be massively on the cards, but do we find a winner? I've actually gone with Atalanta team total over 1.5.
I'll take a bit longer for this because we have a blessed round in this Serie A week with two double headers, Atalanta, Juventus, and Napoli, Inter with a view later, and this is huge. This is huge because can reshuffle deeply the Champions League fight, which in this moment is really hot. We have 4 teams in 4 points, which could be 5 teams in 5 points for 3 spots if Lazio will win the game they have in hand. Atalanta are back completely playing their fine football. They collected in the last 9 games 8 wins, losing only to Inter that prepared a very fine tactical plan to dry out their resources. Juventus found back a bit of confidence because they played decently, not great, decently. And in 4 days, they won with Napoli and Genoa. The question is, do these Juventus have enough tactical preparation, enough tactical skills to hold on Atalanta in this season? In my opinion, not. Also because Atalanta really seems to have unleashed their horses. And also, it is not to be underestimated that in the last 8, normally I never touch the historical encounters that never play a part. But what is weird is that in the last 8 encounters, Atalanta, that lost the largest part of that with Juventus, but always played their game, always actually played better than Juventus. And that was a version of Juve that anyway, at the end, was winning the league. A Juventus in crisis of self-esteem like this one is going to suffer even more. And this time is counting much more for Atalanta. So for me, plus 150 Atalanta to win.
Wow, straight Atalanta to win. Are you going with Atalanta or Juve, Alex?
This is where it's all going down here. I'm against that
wow,
bet.
Head to head. We've not had a head to head in ages.
But 1 second, because my head to head might be good for me because I'm going Juventus draw no bet at 2.09. So in case of a draw, my stake will be back. But 10 in case of a draw, he will lose the bet, you know. Yeah. So I think that this is a very important match for the Champions League position. I don't think that Juventus can afford to lose this one. After all, Juventus are Juventus, and we've seen them lately a little bit to return to a good form, let's say. Even against Napoli, that 2-1, they played good. They were not impressive. They were like the Juventus that we've seen all season long, you know. But I don't think that Atalanta right now have the power to win against Juventus. I'm sure that many players of Juventus can't wait for the final match of the season. They are thinking about the vacation, but they are also thinking to finish in the Champions League positions, right? So in case they are losing this game, and only in case of Napoli winning against Inter, which is, let's say, not impossible. Let's put it this way. It's not impossible. Juventus will be equal on points with Napoli playing for that 4th position. So I don't think that Juventus will lose this one. I would love Atalanta to beat Juventus. Again, I'm a big fan of Atalanta. But again, we are here for profits. So I'm going against Atalanta in this one. Juventus draw no bet at 2.09.
Okay, I'm not going on the winner's side. I'm just going with Atalanta to score 2 goals, over 1.5 goals. Team total seems like the best way. Now, this is my banker. We're going Bologna plus 100, draw plus 270, Spezia plus 275. Spezia getting away with absolute murder at the minute. They're defending like schoolboys, and they're reliant on other teams giving them opportunities late on in games. Don't think they get that here. This is a banker, already sewn it up. Plus 100 Bologna, draw plus 270. Spezia, plus 275. Alex, give me the home side every day of the week.
I don't trust Bologna, to be honest. They failed to score. You will say to me that they played against Roma and Inter, but Roma are in between the Europa League games.
Yeah, but again, they also can't afford to drop points. And listen, it was one of them.
I understand.
You cannot say to me that you fancy Spezia to get anything out of this game.
No, I don't. I'm not touching the winner's market here, but the over 2.5 goals at 1.7. I think that even Spezia will score. Bologna are one of the worst teams to play, to keep a clean sheet. You know for what happened in the last 2 seasons, even this season, in the last season. Everybody can score against Bologna, and Spezia have that good fighting spirit. Even the match against Crotone, I loved how they treated the last 15 minutes of the game when they were trailing by 1 goal. I think that they will go for the win. They have nothing to lose in this one. Nothing to lose. Bologna, again, relaxed. Spezia, they're not very stressed, but not very relaxed either, right? Okay, 10 points above the relegation zone. But we still have 9 games to go. So there are 27 points on the card here to win or to lose, So I think that they will put on a great game. Over 2.5 goals for me. Official pick at 1.7.
Yeah, I see that. Minus 135. Tan. Bologna, every department for me, if they're at it, even if they play at 85, 90%, they win the game. And at plus 100, I'm thinking this is a parlay piece as well.
Exactly. It's part of my top 5 picks. Bologna basically were damaged only by the lack of a proper striker in the games against Roma and Inter. They lost both 1 year. They played better than Inter and Roma. Now, this lack of a proper striker has affected them for the whole season. One thing is when you play Roma and Inter, another thing is when you play other teams. But I'm going to say that they are much more motivated getting into this game. That very late comeback, 2 goals in the last 5 minutes for Spezia, basically has sealed their season down. They know they are safe and they won't be relegated virtually. And so Bologna entering this with this huge will of saying, no, come on, guys, we have really to get revenge from what happened in the last weeks. So much more motivated. And they did play. The performance has always been there. They did play better. They did play good. So at plus 100, I pick Bologna.
Okay, that's excellent. I'm happy to go with the Angel from the South. Okay, Lazio plus 245, Tam. Draw plus 385. Benevento plus 800. How do we get the value of a Lazio win? Or are we going to see Benevento at plus 800 when they should be about plus 1200 get something out of the game?
No. Actually, Lazio are never winning largely. Or maybe they will change this time around. But also Benevento, that in the last months has never been impressive. But at least they manage, except with Juventus, very few other times. But at least they managed to keep low the score sheet. Anyway, we saw the Lazio against Verona. They scored in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. A game that nobody could have criticized them to draw because almost nobody has been able of the big teams to win in Verona. But they were determined. They were into it. They still believe they can make it for Champions League. So this is determination is the best asset. And that's why I go with Lazio to be ahead half-time, full-time.
Lazio half-time, full-time. They get themselves in front and they don't look back. Alex and Ola Barsaman, como estas? Lazio half-time, full-time for Tan. Are you having any of that, Alex?
I love that bet. Lazio, also Benevento have something to play for. But the way that they looked lately, it's it seems to me unreal how they are there in the 16th position. They played dreadful. They are dreadful. They cannot do anything. It was very hard to exit from their own half in against Sassuolo. Sassuolo was total domination. I thought that they would score 4-5 against them, but they are missing those quality strikers like Caputo and Berardi and all that attacking line. But Lazio are going for the blood here, and this is why I'm saying that Benevento might be a good value bet to go down to go down to relegate in Serie B. So I love that halftime to full time at 2.05.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm liking the fact that you both agree, and I'm already putting in leg one of the two-team parlay will be Lazio half-time, full-time at +105. Put Bologna in there. And I tell you what, we have got plenty value in a parlay of over +300. Second to last game, it's Torino at +250, Alex. Draw +285, Roma +100. Torino not going to have a little bit too much strength, and they're overpriced at +250.
Yes, they are overpriced at +250. Draw double chance at 1.74. So you take two of the three outcomes, also the win, also the draw. I think that is perfect. Roma right now are playing today against Ajax in the second leg of the quarterfinals of Europa League. A really, really tough game with Ajax traveling to Rome and trying to overcome the 2-1 defeat from the first leg, in which they dominated almost the entire match against AS Roma. Torino right now still very, very stressed in the second half of the table, almost to get relegated. But it's good for them that they have also a game in hand. So they are 5 points above the relegation zone, but one game in hand on Cagliari, Parma, and Crotone. Torino demonstrated and showed a great football lately, and this is why I'm taking the two outcomes here. A very good price for the two outcomes at 1.74 Torino and the draw.
Okay, double chance. Torino, are you going to go with the home side, or are you going to go with the Roma you can't really ever get right? And remember, you might be getting great value on Torino and the draw, double chance, because if Roma go down tonight, they are going to be so flat.
I think they are going to be flat anyway. It's really too little time to recover. Look, they play on Thursday night. This game is less than 72 hours less. And we see how intense Torino can play. We saw Juventus that survived the derby. Fighting spirit is there. When I saw the odds, I said, wow, mamma mia, even the double chance is good enough to be picked. That's why I go with double chance. Let me also say, first of all, we have Jenny Savastano from Gomorra in the chat, so let me tell him stai senza pensiero. And then also Mountaineer is saying that Mountaineer H is saying Tancredi still has so much more of golden 10 than flash. Facts, spitting facts.
Okay, last game in 10, Napoli +200, draw +250, and Inter at +130. I've actually gone with Alex Classic, sat on the fence, couldn't pick the winner, but I wouldn't be surprised if Napoli do a job. But there again, Inter have been by far the best side throughout the season.
Second great game of the weekend. Again, it's
third, because obviously Alex put the other game of Cagliari and Parma up as the best game. Then we go with Atalanta, Juve, and now you're going with Napoli and Inter.
No, it's crucial, Cagliari, Parma, very important, but there are two big matches, and the Napoli-Inter is this other one.
The little man.
Inter coming from 11 wins in a row. These represent the second equaling the second longest streak ever of wins of Inter in their history. Obviously, when Inter always did at least 8 times, then they won Scudetto. This one play apart on the pitch, but this is telling us how consistent, how unstoppable Inter have been, till the point that actually they might miss a bit of hunger in this game, because they know that anyway, even losing things won't change. While Napoli are there fighting for their life in Champions League. They won against Sampdoria, but after losing to Juventus, they are a fifth of the table, so it's all point by point. Now, Inter dominated every game against the big teams. Doesn't matter if they won or they lost, except one. The first leg against Napoli, where they won 1-0, but they played pure counter-attack. That time around, they knew that possibly calling out from their half of the pitch, Napoli would help them to strike in counter-attack. Maybe they are not that motivated to be so speculative this time around, but Gattuso knows that he can't commit the same mistake, and he knows that the transitions of Lukaku and Lautaro are lethal. So, considering that there is this past recent experience from Napoli against Inter, I say that they will be very careful at the beginning. I don't touch the goals market. I go with a draw at the halftime that I know it sounds as sitting on fences, but in my opinion, will mirror exactly how they go out on the pitch.
Well, Roberto Andrea is going down that road because he's gone in to win and both teams to score. So a nice 1-1 at half-time would suit me down to the ground, Alex.
I'm not touching the winners market. I think that it might go either way this one, but I see Napoli scoring. And of course, Inter's attacking firepower is huge, and Napoli are conceding against Inter. So don't complicate it. Both teams to score at 1.7 all day long, despite Inter keeping some clean sheets lately. Not lately, all season long, because they are so organized at the back that it's hard for anyone to score against them. But on the other side, Napoli, like Tan said, playing the best football against the top sides. And Inter are the champions. Give them the title already.
Yeah, okay. Let's have a little look and give me the official picks, please, Esteban. Here we go. Alex's picks. Cagliari over 2.5 goals in the game, plus 100. Great value. Juve, draw no bet, plus 109. Going near enough head-to-head against Tan. Bologna over 2.5 goals in the game at minus 135. And Napoli, both teams to score, minus 135. Does look a bit of a decent little group, that. Now, Tancredi. Napoli, draw half-time, plus 110. Atalanta, plus 150, straight win. Bologna, straight win at plus 100. Torino, double chance, minus 142. And Crotone, Alex Classic at plus 110. Now mine, Bologna, banker, plus 100. Atalanta, over 1.5 team total, minus 110. Milan, draw half-time, plus 130. And Napoli, the Alex Classic at plus 115. Gentlemen, the two-team parlay. Do we like Bologna win at plus 100, Lazio half-time, full-time at plus 105?
I don't.
Okay. Do you like, well, you do like, so we're going to go with Lazio half-time, full-time. So do we like Napoli Inter, Tan?
I would say
both teams to score.
To be honest, to be safer on the parlay, I would put the home double chance of Torino-Roma.
Okay, Torino-Roma. Okay. Double chance at minus 130.
And
Alex?
I would put Bologna Spezia over 2.5 goals.
And what price was that?
Minus 135.
So we've got a minus 130 and a minus 135. So we're going with Bologna. What, an Alex Classic, yeah?
No. Just over 2.5.
Okay, over 2.5 goals in the Bologna game. And the other one is Torino, double chance against Roma, minus 130. That's our two-team parlay. So Torino, double chance, minus 130. And Bologna, over 2.5 goals in the game at around 135. Okay, now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button, and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that I'll notify you that there'll be a Sierra show on Monday.
Sierra Leone.
Yeah, Sierra Leone. So I'm going to try a new format on Monday. I'm only going to cover the games that the boys have got picks in. So I'm not going to be wasting your time with games that they haven't got picks in, because obviously there's so much soccer programming on Monday. We're going to try and condense it so that everybody stays for every single pick. Now, also press a thumbs up on your way out. We've got 32 against 95. That's 32.98%. Okay, so also press a link in the description. I'll take you over to Tan's hard work, Alex's hard work, Martin's hard work, and every video we have here at SBR Sports has been accompanied by an article, and there's also plenty of sports over there that are not accompanied, not on video, but they are accompanied by articles. Now, I've put a link in the description for the SBR odds. It's like 15 books. 15 different sets of odds. Shop around, have a look, and make sure that you're in front prior to kickoff. Thanks, my two angels, Alex and Tan, and I'll see you all again on Monday. Don't forget, Bundesliga coming up very, very soon. Thanks for your support, and you take care.